I'm Chronix, and this is Crystal from the most extreme wrestling. And this is your Raw review for February 13th, 2012.
It's almost Valentine's Day.
I know, are we going to have a Valentine's Day episode of Monday Night Raw? We'll have to find out as the day goes on. It's from San Diego. Now,
I feel like I should tell everyone this week, again, I apologize, but I could not watch Raw. I'm sorry. Got a bunch of other stuff going on. But I'll be back in full force next week.
Oh boy.
Full force next week.
Well,
only commentary today.
First of all, the episode started off with the Kane video package. He was talking about Cena and everything that went on, last week. Kane is saying that John Cena is going to definitely embrace the hate tonight.
Teddy's eating plastic and he's making lots of noise.
And someone is going to be taking an ambulance ride because they're going to be having their little ambulance match at Elimination Chamber and all that stuff. And that's going to be nice and fun. And we are reminded that John Laryngitis remains as Executive Vice President of Talent Relations.
Which we found out on the internet on Tuesday.
Pretty much he didn't go anywhere, right? So, as we go into the ring, they didn't waste any time. We know that the pay-per-view was coming in 6 days, and they always seem...
Everyone's so excited about.
Oh yeah.
By the way.
But see, look.
I know that I'm just bubbling over.
They can't waste any time, not 1 second. They can't waste any time on the entrance or nothing. They have every single guy out there, and they're going to have some kind of debate. And Jerry the King Lawler is doing the, I don't know. He's running the debate or something.
I did see a piece of this because Chronix was like, you gotta see this. It's so stupid. But it wasn't a debate. It was like a question and answer session.
Well, basically.
Because a debate would have been like an argument.
Yeah.
With the topic.
And it really wasn't it wasn't that at all.
Yeah, it wasn't a debate. I know what debate is.
Basically, they needed to get everybody in there and plug the pay-per-view before the thing goes onto the air, right? So everybody's going nuts for Punk, as they always do. They ask Punk, it's like, the odds are against you. And he calls dude Snickle Fritz.
Snickle Fritz?
Yeah, laryngitis. At least I think that's who he was talking about anyways. He said he's the best wrestler in the world and everything. Chris Jericho's over there on his little podium and he sneers at him because he doesn't like him saying that. Now we go to Dolph Ziggler. He's got a response. He says that he's better than R-Truth and all this. And
was everybody in their wrestling gear?
I think so.
I was trying to picture Dolph Ziggler behind a podium in his shiny tights or his zebra pants.
He might have had a shirt on or something. I know that CM Punk was wearing a shirt. I know that Chris Jericho was wearing his light-up jacket.
I'm just picturing a guy in his zebra underwear trying to make a statement behind a podium. Y'all know that's funny.
He says that R-Truth doesn't even know what state they're in and all that. So R-Truth comes on there with his response, pretty much acting like he's running for president or something. And, he says Pledge of Allegiance something. He's talking about he's going to stomp some spiders. He's going to put it in the blender, and just like his mama did back in the day, and make a stew. And this stew is going to help him with all the protein and whatnot, help him win Elimination Chamber and win the championship or whatnot, and beat Dolph Ziggler. I don't know what he's talking about.
Was it funny?
Yes, it was very funny. He says, God bless America and God bless the little Jimmies of the world and whatnot. And I was just like, man, this guy is freaking insane.
Awesome.
They should drug test him every Monday Night Raw. Anyways, The Miz comes onto the microphone. Oh, the poor guy. I just feel bad for him after that little incident and not catching R-Truth. You just know that he's going to be shunned and not do anything. He says with all the successes...
He's so good!
Not anymore.
He's so good!
He messed up. He screwed up.
You cannot just throw him away.
Well, he shouldn't have messed up. Anyways, he says, with this WrestleMania 27 success and everything, and he says that Kofi Kingston is in this match, but he's pretty much just an afterthought.
Well, kind of is.
He really is.
Actually.
So, Kofi says something. I don't even remember what he says. Jericho gets on the microphone and says that he's the best in the world and everything, and he's going to win this and that. And CM Punk obviously does not like that.
Yeah, because they're having that feud.
Yeah. R-Truth comes onto the microphone and says that he's not going to be beat by Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler's name is Dolph, and he makes some dolphin sounds. It's like... I can't even do that. It's like...
Come on, you did it for me.
I know, but it wasn't good.
Yes, it was. It was gold. Y'all missed it. I'm sorry that y'all missed that. It was hilarious.
You just kayfabed them. Anyways. Huh?
Kayfabed them?
Yeah.
I mean, I know what kayfabe is, but I don't get it in that context.
It's like, you said it was really great, when in fact it was probably exactly the way I just said it.
No, it wasn't. It was much better.
Oh, really?
Yes,
so it's for reals.
I was being for real. That's why I was confused.
Alright, so Jericho's looking at Punk. He's got his championship. CM Punk's holding the championship. Jericho's just like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Okay. So now we're going to have the match between Kofi Kingston and Jericho. It's the first match of the night. First, they got to go to commercial break so they can clear the ring of all the podiums and the little things and whatnot so we can get to the actual match.
That's right.
Y2J Jets, come on. Everyone's cheering for Y2J because I don't think really anybody cares about Kofi Kingston or whatever, right?
Well, I mean, I like Kofi.
But compared to everybody else in this match,
yeah, he
was
not the
tag
level
team
of
guy.
everybody else.
Exactly. He's not a main eventer.
He's
You
not.
can't just throw him in there after losing at a house show. I don't buy that. But anyways, Kofi goes
moving forward.
to the top rope. Y2J turns that into the walls of Jericho as he reaches and he reaches and he reaches and he finally grabs the rope. He breaks that up, but it doesn't go very much longer as the codebreaker is hit by Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho gets the win. Yes. We see HBK backstage and he walks. He's all smiles. He sees Triple H. Oh, and they embrace each other ever so gently.
You didn't call me.
It was such a small segment. That was it. They just hugged. Nothing special.
Doesn't matter.
By the time you would have got in there, you would have...
probably better than the other segment I saw.
Well, we haven't got there yet.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Where's my Shawn Michaels there? Let's continue.
He's back there. Like, way back there.
Oh.
So, you can't get him.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so, ZAck Ryder's backstage. He's with Cena. He's in a neck brace. And, he's got flowers. And Cena's basically like, look, dude, I'm going to protect you tonight.
Flowers from Cena.
No, he didn't get flowers for Cena. Look, Zack is backstage because he wants to give them to Eve because Valentine's Day is coming up, so he's got the flowers.
We have a Valentine's Day reference. Okay.
Yes, this is for the Valentine's Day. But Cena's like, I'll protect you, so we know what that means. Me and ZAck Ryder is going to get seriously messed up tonight because Cena's on the case. He's going to watch his back and everything. We find out that Michael Cole now has an action figure, which I just smacked my forehead and say...
Oh, dude, I want to buy it.
I know, but, like, maybe if it would have came out, like, last year, I would have cared, but I don't care anymore. Like,
I care.
I'm getting tired of him.
I want a Michael Cole action figure.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, I want a Michael Cole action figure.
Alright, so now the next match of the night. We got Daniel Bryan coming down to the ring. He's going to be on commentary as Big Show and Randy Orton have a match. As I think that, Big Show's going to fumble around in the match, but really he doesn't. I actually like the way he worked in the match. He actually kind of used... the area around them to their advantage and whatnot. Can you believe this? You know how Randy Orton does that second rope, like, suspended DDT thing? It's like a signature move. Well, he did it to the Big Show, not on the second rope, but on the top rope.
Whoa.
So, extra damage. And, okay, as we have said, or as you always say, if someone's on commentary, you can only expect a post-match beatdown,
Except
right?
the last couple times it hasn't happened.
It hasn't happened, but...
Did it happen this time?
It happened this time.
I have another question. Did Daniel Bryan actually say anything interesting on commentary, or did he suck?
Actually, he was not on commentary. He was just sitting by the commentary table.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, he didn't say anything.
He doesn't have the verbal.
Cole was sitting next to him, and Cole was actually tucking him up. So I was like, oh, I guess he's afraid of Daniel Bryan in real life or something. I don't know. Maybe who knows? But anyways, as Randy tries to go for the pin. Well, wait. He hits the RKO first. But actually, he doesn't. He goes for the RKO, Big Show falls, but Randy Orton doesn't go down with him. So I was like, what? Randy, what are you doing? So he goes for the spot again. As he goes for the pin, after he hits the RKO successfully for the second time, here comes Daniel Bryan with that championship, and boom, a DQ. So, he hits it with Orton, he hits it on Big Show, post-match beatdown, Daniel Bryan stands tall. Now, HBK is coming down to the ring with the pyros and everything. He says that he's nervous, but he's WrestleMania. He's got to be here around WrestleMania, and he's also
I watched the segment,
Mr. Hall of Fame. I know, you were marking it all like crazy.
Well, I was really excited, and then I noticed that Shawn looked kind of flabbier than he used to, but I was going to cut him some slack. I mean, the dude's retired.
He was wearing a big jacket, too.
He was also wearing a big jacket. It could have been to cover
Sleeveless.
up the flab.
At least...
It was like a... I don't know what it was.
At least he wasn't wearing a fanny pack.
That's true.
Alright, so he's talking...
I don't know what that man was wearing, though.
He's talking about The Undertaker and Triple H, right?
Yes, I was there.
And, he's saying that, I think that Triple H is just, like, psyching The Undertaker out. He's, like, getting under his skin and whatnot. And I asked myself, I'm like, I hope The Undertaker's not watching this episode of Raw, because then he would be in on everything, right? So Triple H comes out, of course. He says he's not going to face...
because this, like, confused me, because Shawn Michaels was building it up, so right now I'm confused, like, at this point in time at Raw. I am confused, because Shawn Michaels is, like, building up, like, everybody wants Triple H to fight The Undertaker. But I don't think that's true. Like, I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
I think that there's probably a lot of people that don't want that to happen.
There is a lot of people that don't want it to happen.
I was confused at this time. I'm confused. I figured it out later as to what's going on.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Says Triple H is in a suit and everything. Shawn Michaels is really starting to get onto Triple H, and the promo starts getting really good as he's saying that, you're in a suit now, and, well, maybe you're a little bit afraid to get in the ring.
Look, I could not buy this promo at all. It was good, but I couldn't buy it. Because, like, it's like Shawn Michaels and Triple H, they're, like, too close to have this kind of conversation and make it believable. Because it's like, you look at their eyes, like, they don't mean it.
Oh,
they don't even look mad. Shawn Michaels looked like he was just happy as could be the whole time. Like, he actually, like, right when he was, like, kind of starting to insult Triple H and, like, really get into it, he, like, kind of smiled first. And I was like...
Looked like he's kind of laugh a little bit.
Like, dudes, y'all are just too happy and bro love to be fighting like this.
Look, see, it came off as good, though. And those little things like that don't matter, because next week...
Matter to me.
No, because next week, all this stuff, any imperfections that could have been there will be reduced to a video package. They will be on the editing floor.
This is a good point, but it matters to me.
Well,
the look in people's eyes matters, man.
I know, but it doesn't matter to anybody else, really.
You can matter to anybody
I'm just saying, it really doesn't.
Your opinion's weird. Go ahead.
Anyways, Shawn Michaels is like, you're married to that chick. And I'm like, oh, what does that have to do with anything? They got married like 10 years ago. And Triple H, like, kicked a whole lot of booty between then and now. And I mean, even beat up...
Completely irrelevant.
I know. And like the thing with CM Punk, the thing with Kevin Nash... But I can blow that over because this promo was still good.
I let that go.
Triple H has got responsibilities. He's got the suit, whatever. He's going to do what's good for business.
Okay, so now, this is where the magic light bulb lit up above my head. Because this is what I think. I think that WWE has been trying to get Triple H to be a heel for a while.
They have.
They tried to do the heel with the walkout thing. They tried to do the heel with him being a suit, with him being the COO,
and with CM Punk,
with him being the general manager, with CM Punk. But people would not hate the guy. People loved the guy so much that they just couldn't hate. But, so the only way to make Triple H a heel going into WrestleMania like he needs to be, they had to get freaking Shawn Michaels out there to hate on him.
First of all, like, you're saying that he has to be a heel because Undertaker's always going to be the face.
Yes.
And I mean, even if Triple H is only, like, the heel for that match, it's fine, and it'll work.
That's
and then
correct.
they can go back, because, like, last year, he was, like, the heel.
To make people, or it might not even be for the Undertaker. Like, I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah.
It might be for some other grand purpose. All I'm saying is, the WWE has been busting butt trying to make Triple H a heel, and it has been unsuccessful.
But see, this is another thing, is that they give up on it. Like, they start going, and then they're like,
That's true. But I'm just saying,
every time.
The only way was to get somebody who people loved even more than Triple H to come out and hate on him and, like, turn on him.
And I think,
that was the only way.
Honestly, I think it's a little sad that they have to resort to getting Shawn Michaels to get this over.
I agree.
But, I mean, I expected that. It's like, this is a hard match to sell. Especially when everybody is like, yeah, I already seen this. But anyways, we'll go on past this. As he's saying that, Shawn is saying you're trying to live vicariously through him.
No, Triple H says that Shawn is trying to live vicariously.
Yeah, because, Shawn is sitting at home and everything.
Up in the ranch with your wife, because he had to insult his wife, since there was a wife insult earlier that made no sense. And you don't know no more, and you're not here with us.
Shawn says, Triple H, tell me you don't need it, you don't want it. Triple H tries to walk. Jacket comes off, Triple H starts getting hot, looks like they're going to fight, but no, they don't fight. He's like, you know what? Triple H says, no, I'm not going to do this, and Shawn gives him a disgusted look.
Look, this is another thing I find, in general, that's stupid. Is the nose-to-nose thing between guys. You should not be that close to another dude's face if you're mad at him.
Well, that's
you look
wrestling.
like you're about to make out.
That's wrestling. But the gong hits, we get another Undertaker promo where he's cutting off his hair with an old school blade to make us believe, well, his hair is shorter, we know that, so when we go into the match and he has shorter hair or he's bald, then it makes sense to us. So we move on to the next match, Dolph Ziggler versus Truth. Very fast-paced match.
You left out the end of that.
What's the end of that?
Well,
they played the promo.
Triple H walked off.
Yeah, I said that.
I didn't hear you. You were going really fast.
Well, I gotta get through this. We got like half the show to go. Anyways, Dolph Ziggler versus Truth is a very fast match. Dude showing off, Dolph Ziggler showing off. He even does the push-ups, but he shouldn't have done that because that ends up in him getting pinned by R-Truth, and R-Truth comes away with the win. Alright, now we got Zack. He's backstage. He's getting asked, how's your breath smell by Santino. He gives him like a breath mint that, I don't know, whatever. He's like, that's love potion number 9 or 10. It's love potion number 9. Don't you remember the song? Come on. Okay, remember that Elimination Chamber is this Sunday. Beth is on commentary. Brie versus Tamina. Why is Brie in a match? Are you freaking serious? But, of course, Tamina beats her in 1 second with a super fly splash. And then Tamina and Beth have a stare down, reminding us that Elimination Chamber is this Sunday, and this match has just been added to a video package for The Rock.
Last minute ads.
Promoing for The Journey 2, which we saw, and it was...
It was actually good. I liked it. It was
I didn't really like it.
It's not a guy movie. It's like too hokey.
Alright, so Cena's backstage. There's a bunch of screaming, so that can only mean one thing. Here comes Kane. He's putting Eve into the ambulance. Cena, grabs her out. I didn't even see that. Apparently she comes out of it, and then all of a sudden, as Eve is saved, and Cena is there, and they're all happy that they're all alive, they make out. What? And this is what I don't get. Cena is married.
He said that too, really loud.
Cena is married, and he's making out. That's not right. Anyways.
But if he's not married on TV, man, it doesn't count unless it's on TV.
And then, who could have foreseen it? ZAck Ryder was sitting right there to see everything.
With flowers. I saw this with this little flower.
And he got the poopy face.
Oh man, it was pathetic. It's like a dude in a wheelchair with a bunch of roses watching his unofficial girl make out with his best friend.
Are you serious, bro?
It was a great soap opera moment.
And Eve looked extra slutty with her, her top coming all down and her boobage and business all about to fall out.
And you should have seen Cena and Eve. They were just like...
Oh, got caught up in the moment. So we'll have to get back to that in a little bit.
That happens in real life. I mean, I just know that has to happen. I mean, after a life and death situation, you just make out with the person that's next to you.
Well, it was a superhero save moment. CM Punk versus The Miz. This lasted about 2 seconds as The Miz taps out to the Anaconda Vice, and The Miz looked kind of sloppy in the match. Dude, you are not going to be in a main event one-on-one anytime soon. I'm sorry.
I don't know what happened to him. I'm horribly disappointed.
So now we come down to the end of the show, I guess.
Okay.
It's Cena, he's coming down to the ramp. Kane's got a plan for him. He's like, I'm sorry about Eve and everything, but, I'm not going to embrace the hate, but it's going on and on, right?
Okay.
We get a "We Don't Hate You" chant from the crowd, which I was unbelievable. And then there's a Fruity Pebbles chant because he mentioned Fruity Pebbles.
Didn't I say, a couple weeks ago that this is the whole thing to make Cena
you're right.
face? Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
It's kind of working.
That's right.
It's kind of working. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable.
Told you.
I knew.
Whatever. You didn't know till I told you.
Anyways. He says, I do what I do, and, people boo that, because nobody wants to hear that. So, I do what I do, I do it. But anyways.
Do it well.
He mentions he's going to put Kane in the ambulance, send him off, because, The Rock is going to be at the pay-per-view after this, so he's got to, get down to that. So, ZAck Ryder comes rolling down in his little deal. He gets up on his crutches, and he stumbles down to the ring like an old man. Then he gets inside the ring without the crutches, and I'm like, dude, for real, you can walk? You have a herniated disc or a broken back or whatever that was?
He's been killed 8 times.
So, he gets into the ring. He doesn't have the crutches. He's just standing there. He slaps down Cena's mic. Cena's like, dude, slap my mic down. And then he slaps Cena in the face. Cena gets really sad face. I know, right? But Cena wouldn't hit a guy that has a broken back, right?
I don't think so.
So,
I'm just saying, I don't know. This is so stupid.
Dude gets pushed.
This is so stupid.
Dude gets pushed down. Cena's got his shirt off. Looks like business is about to pick up, but it really doesn't. Oh my gosh. Zack's on the ground.
Go ahead.
And then Kane comes on the Titantron, and I guess ZAck Ryder's going back up to the top of the stage, which sounds like the stupidest thing he could possibly do, but of course that's what he does. So he goes up to the top of the ramp.
In his wheelchair?
Well, first he gets on the crutches, and then he gets on the wheelchair. Now he's sitting in the wheelchair, at the top of the ramp.
At the top of the ramp.
As Cena comes,
Great place to be.
As Kane comes onto the Titantron, he's talking about rising above hate. Well, you're not going to rise above hate. You know, you did the whole thing with Eve, and that's, you know, I'm going to put you in the ambulance match, blah, 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 blah. I could not help but notice Kane's unbelievably bright white teeth. It's like this.
What?
I mean, they were so bright. They were like DDP's, like Edge, DDP, Kane's teeth are now the whitest teeth of all time, I'm telling you.
Man, needs to have yellow teeth. He's a monster.
I know, he's a
He
monster.
eats human souls for breakfast.
Alright, so he's like, let's clap for Cena and him embracing the hate or whatever, and people are just like, they didn't really go along with it.
Because it's stupid.
Then all of a sudden, man, you didn't see this coming, but here comes Kane. Kane grabs the wheelchair.
I saw this. This was funny.
Boom! Flies right off the deal, and man, it actually looked kind of like...
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. It looked like he...
No, it didn't.
He was in the wheelchair. He could have got hurt.
Okay, hold up. Okay. When they showed it the first time, probably looked okay. When they showed it the second and third time in slow motion, it did not look okay anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it did look kind of catching himself.
I could see him, like, rolling, catching himself, and repositioning his legs.
They need to quit doing the replays in slow motion. It just exposes too much. Show a different angle where you can't see anything. I don't know, man. Hard. Something.
I just want you to know, because Chronix yelled really loud on the first one, and so I came in on the second and third
I knew
slow
it was
motion
coming.
takes, and I just laughed hard. I'm sorry. That was funny.
Because at first I was like, oh, he's dead. So he's outside now. Cena goes and he like runs out, grabs the medic. They go running up there. We're gonna save you, and he's giving the X sign and everything. And here comes that bimbo Eve, and she sits her butt down right in front of the camera.
I was like, slut,
I know,
slut.
And I could not help but think about her booty dance that she does. You know how she does the butt bounce? Eve does. She does the butt bounce.
Okay.
She used to do it with R-Truth, then she did it in her matches.
Remember.
Well, she did the. I remember.
Of course you remember. It was a woman's butt. Ooh, butt.
So she does the butt, or she doesn't do the butt bounce, but I imagined her doing the butt bounce. But anyways.
You're so in trouble.
With what?
I was imagining her doing the butt bounce.
Whoa.
Because it was awesome.
But anyways, she puts her butt right in front of the camera, and the crowd is like, boo! They do not like her at all. And I was waiting for them to start chanting slut, but I guess they forgot about that chant because it's been PG for too long or whatever. So... They console him.
This is so stupid. I'm sorry.
Look,
this is dumb. This is like B-level soap opera dumb.
That's the way it's been the whole time. You can't expect any more. Look, I thought this episode of Raw was really entertaining, and a lot of this stuff was really good, and like...
Really? Because it sounds dumb.
Okay, well, some of it, like that, was
Everything
kind of ridiculous.
I thought was dumb.
But I thought it was okay for what that is.
I saw...
The Triple H thing I liked.
What?
I liked it.
What?
Why not? What else are they gonna do? I thought that what they had in between Triple H but when they had Triple H and Triple H and the Undertaker thing building up the match, so possibly I could maybe care about it once they get to WrestleMania. You don't think so?
No, I can't see past the fake Shawn Michaels promo. I'm sorry, Shawn, you didn't do a bad job. It's just your emotions came through. Your true feelings showed.
But man, I thought it was acceptable.
I did not think it was acceptable.
It was acceptable to me.
It was not acceptable to me.
Anyways, the Elimination Chamber is this Sunday, and I will try to do the predictions and scenarios for the Elimination Chamber. And then, the day after that, after the Elimination Chamber, we'll be back for another episode
and I'll be back
of the
in
Raw
full
Review.
force.
And you'll actually be watching it with your own personal notes.
I know that you guys are excited.
I know. Oh, I fear for that.